The 2017 VRC World Championship continues as we head to Cincinnati for the 10-scale Nitro Sedan Spec World Championship A main. Getting set to go, the tone sounds were off and underway. Into the first turn they go. Only 7 drivers in the grid here in this one. We're missing 3 out of qualifying, however. Our top qualifier, Joshua Berman, out there in this one. And it looks like early on, going to be out front. That's going to be Andrea Giordano. Giordano going to be out front, leading the way here in this one, with Berman in that number 2 spot. Graham Rastrick in the number 3 spot. Your top 3 drivers all right there together as they work their way through the switchback sections on the left-hand side. A lot of racing left to go for these drivers. A long A-main final to declare the world champion in our Spec Nitro Sedan class. Back around onto the right side, coming back in through the center section right now. Giordano going to be out front, starting to stretch out his lead early on Berman. Rastrick in that 3 spot. Ailing in the number 4 spot. Crowell in the 5. And Marinko in that number 6 spot. Giordano on the right-hand side, working his way in a good battle right now for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Shaping up behind your leader right now. Your leader in that pink and white car. Ooh, bumping that inside curb just a bit there. And a beautiful shot right there of the Cincinnati track. The 2003 IFMAR World Championship layout. Onto the left side they go, back around onto the backstretch right now. Your leader is stretching it out early on here in this one. He's got almost a 1-second lead on Berman in the number 2 spot. Astrick in that 3 spot still. Ailing in the 4 spot. Winko in the number 5 spot, and now Crowell dropping to the number 6 spot. Here we look at Joshua Berman. Joshua Berman, your top qualifier. He started first on the grid. Is in the number 2 spot right now. There's Graham Rastrick in the number 3 spot. Rastrick, a good battle right now with Dan Halling. Down the backstretch they go. On the right-hand side, they sweep their way back into the infield. Graham Rastrick trying to hold strong in the number 3 spot early on here in this one. Through the chicane section into the center they go. Back over to the right-hand side. Ailing in the number 3 spot. Down the front stretch, they got their eyes set on Berman. Berman still in the number 2 spot. And right now, Berman going to be 0.8 of a second back from your leader, Giordano. There you see Berman in the yellow and white car trying to close the gap up. Last time by, he had a 23.6 second lap. Gained just a little bit of time, it looked like, on your leader. As that last time by, your leader with a 23.8. There goes your leader. Oh, mistake right there. Take a look at this. What a save. Your leader catches that inside curb, puts it up on 2 wheels, puts it into the front pit wall, but is able to recover. Comes back around and is out front, still leading the way here in this one. Berman in the number 2 spot. Rastrick still in the 3 spot right now. Everybody's starting to spread themselves out just a bit here. As they work their way back around down the front stretch they go. We take a time shift here, 10 minutes into the race, and Joshua Berman is still in that number 2 spot, chasing down your leader after 4 laps. Is in the books. Rastrick in that number 3 spot. There's your leader still, Giordano, out front here in this one. Missing off the grid in this one is Juka Matthias and Massimiliano. Giordano makes the pit stop there, comes in and out of the pits now. That's going to drop him back. Rastrick going to be moving up into the number 2 spot. Berman takes over the lead. We'll see as the other drivers make their pit stops how it all unfolds here in this one as they work their way back around right now. Good battle for 2nd and 3rd. We'll see if Berman makes his pit stop this time around. And he does. He's in the pits. He's on the wall getting topped off. There goes your leader. Giordano back to the front now. Berman comes out of the pits in the number 2 spot. Rastrick going to come out in the 3 spot. Ailing in the 4. Rinko in the number 5 spot. And Crowell in the 6 spot as they work their way onto the right-hand side. You see Joshua Berman right now trying to close that gap up. His fast lap, a 23.4. Working their way back around on the front side now. Berman down the front stretch once again. And he's now trying to close that gap up on your leader. He was 1.3 seconds back that last time around, but now he is all over the back door. Giordano going to be out front leading the way, but Berman right there behind him. Berman's obviously got the speed. He showed it in qualifying. Now he's just got to put it all together here in the main final. Back of the infield they go. Giordano going to be out front in that pink and white car. Berman in the number 2 spot in the yellow and white car. Down the long backstretch, wide open straightaway here in Cincinnati. Another time shift, 17 minutes into this one now. It's still Berman chasing the back bumper of Giordano. First and second, now 6.6 seconds ahead of Haling, who's taken over 3rd. Rastrick dropped his way to 4th, but only by 22 thousandths of a second, and the lead change now As Giordano back to the front now. Berman had it for a very short moment. Through the switchbacks they go, coming back around onto the front side. They'll be working their way to a little bit of lap traffic. Pit stops may play a part in this one as well. Onto the left side of the track they go. They're going to rock it down that long Cincinnati back straight. Giordano's still going to be out front. Berman in the number 2 spot. They were 0.2 of a second apart that last time by. And look at Berman. Berman to the inside. Joshua Berman taking over the lead now. Beautiful pass right there as Giordano drops back to the number 2 spot. Here they come back around to the front straight. Giordano trying to latch onto the back of Berman now. Berman trying to hold that tight line through the chicanes. They go down the backstretch. Giordano, he goes wide. He's going to try and set him up to the inside right here on this one. Not quite close enough to make the pass, though. Berman, the number 2 spot. Giordano back to the inside, though. He takes over the lead now. Berman drops to second. Through the switchbacks they go. Coming back onto the front side of the track. They've got lap traffic ahead of them. Down the front stretch they go now. Giordano looking for the inside line on lap traffic as they work their way through the chicane. On the left-hand side, Graham Rastrick has worked his way back up into the number 3 spot. And now Berman seems to be dropping back just a bit. So Berman had a surge of speed there midway through this one. Now he's dropping back just a little bit here from your leader, Giordano. We'll see if Berman can get it back together and catch right back up to your leader. Back around on the left-hand side. 46 laps in the books. And still a lot of laps left to go. And just as I say that about Berman, here he comes again. Berman. On the right side. Berman, the yellow and white car last time by for Giordano. A 23.4, his fast lap, a 23.3. A very consistent race right now for your leader. As Giordano out front leading the way, Berman. Look at the inside line on him. And Berman up alongside him. He's got the move. Berman up into the lead now. Berman through that switchback section. Set him up and takes over the lead now. Berman, now your leader, Giordano, goes a bit wide, gets out into the painted parts there. Losing a little bit of traction. Giordano, though, look up the inside line once again. They're side by side. Berman goes really wide there. Giordano takes over the lead once again. Down the back stretch they go. Berman dropping to the number 2 spot. Berman, look at the inside. Berman's got the right side of the track. Giordano's got the left side of the track. So when you put it together, the two are pretty even in pace. Giordano seems to excel over on this left-hand side. They cross the loop. Now here's where Giordano seems to pull out the most amount of time on Berman. Berman on the right-hand side. This time around, though, just as I say that, Berman makes the pass for the lead as it's a drag race down the back straightaway. On the right-hand side, this is Berman's strong point right through here. And just as I say it, Giordano taking over the lead on the right side. So they swap sides this time around. Oh, mistake there for Giordano. Clips that inside curb, gets a little bit loose, and Giordano coming in for fuel. Giordano made a little bit of a mistake there as he was working his way through the infield section, taking a minute to breathe as he comes in for fuel. He's in and out of the pits now. Berman has taken over the lead, but Berman's still going to make his pit stop. He works his way onto the right-hand side. Here he comes through the infield section. We'll see if Berman makes a pit stop this time around. That's going to put him right back together. If he does, and no, he does not. He goes on by, so Berman right now pushing it. Giordano in the number 2 spot. Graham Rastrick in the 3 spot. Hailing in the 4. Rinko in the 5. Crowell in the 6. Into the switchbacks on the left-hand side. They go down the back stretch. You're looking at your leader right now. Here comes Joshua Berman. Berman, I should say, is your leader. However, Berman, when he makes his pit stop, I got a feeling is going to fall back to that number 2 spot. It's going to be close, though, when they come out of the pits. Here comes Giordano. Giordano this time by 23.7. Here comes Graham Rastrick. Rastrick in that number 3 spot. He's going to be 3 seconds back from Giordano. And right now, the most impressive part of this race, your top 4 drivers still all on the lead lap right now. There's Hailing in the number 4 spot. Rinko in the 5 and Crowell in the 6. There's Berman. Berman in for fuel now. Here comes Giordano. Giordano down the front stretch. And Berman out right now with a big lead here in this one. So Berman stretched out his lead from that last pit stop. This could be a good sign for Berman as this race getting closer and closer to the end in this one as we take a time shift. 28 minutes in. It's a 30-minute final for these drivers. We're less than a minute and a half right now. Joshua Berman, your top qualifier. He did not start out front, and Andrea Giordano looked to be the man to beat, but Berman's consistency proved to be the ticket in this one. He has now got a 5.7 second lead on Giordano. There you see Graham Rastrick in the number 3 spot. Rastrick going to be 6.9 seconds back. So your top 3 drivers still on the lead lap here in this one, 30 minutes into it. Less than 50 seconds to go now as Joshua Berman working his way around this Cincinnati track a few more times, looking for a world championship title. Can he hold on to it? 40 seconds left to go. Joshua Berman out of the United States. We'll see if he's able to hold on to this one. 30 seconds left to go. Onto the right-hand side he goes. There's Andrea Giordano in the number 2 spot. Graham Rastrick in that number 3 spot. Time slowly winding down here in this one. Got to be about the longest 15 seconds of your leader's life right now as Berman working his way back around. Here comes Graham Rastrick. 5 seconds left on that master clock. There's Dan Haling. Time has now expired. Your leader working his way around, and ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Berman, your 2017 VRC Spec Nitro Sedan World Champion. He is on his victory lap right now as he is working his way around. So Joshua Berman taking the win in this one, Andrea Giordano taking second, and Graham Rastrick taking third.